Rise and shine. Happy Wednesday. Today when I rose, the first thought that crossed my mind was about a conversation I was having with my dad last night about my radical solitude and why it was so important for me after my last situation to spend this time alone. And when I say alone, I mean no dating, no sex, no nothing. Just me relearning and understanding and studying myself, which was very important because I feel whole now. I feel like I can exist as my full self in any relationship, in any friendship, in any business or professional environment. I am now rooted and solidified in how I want to exist and how I want to show up. But prior to that, I had to look at the timeline of my developmental stages in my life. And when I realized that from infancy, childhood, we're under our parents' command, they make all of our decisions. Then we have our adolescent and teenage years where we get a little bit more freedom, but we still have to answer to the authority of our parents. So then we look at between 18 and 25 where we are semi in, out the house, but we get a little bit more free reign to make decisions. By that time, we're in relationships and we're dating. So now we're answering to our friends, our romantic partners, and so forth. And now we're in the workspace. So now we're answering to the authority of a boss, our professional spaces. So I did the math and I did the timeline, and really it was about two to 4 years throughout the whole entire course of my 30 years of existence that I spent with myself, just by myself and my own energy and my own authority and my own existence. And I had a problem with that because if I plan to live until I'm 92, 98, and we have long living genes in my family, you telling me that only 4 of those years I spent by myself? Especially if now at 30, 31, everyone's looking at me to have children and get married. It's like, okay, so I've had at least another 2 years. So let's say I've spent 5 to 6 years by myself in my whole 30 years of existence. Now you want me to dedicate the rest of my life to someone else's well-being and to answering to someone else. And that just is foreign. It's a foreign feeling to me because I enjoy this space. I enjoy who I have become in this space. And I feel everyone should have a season of radical solitude because in doing so, I'm now rooted in who I am. I am rooted and dedicated to showing up as my whole entire self. But to know what that felt like, I had to be planted in a space where I could bloom and exist in full. And the only way for someone as big as me to do that was to give myself the time and space to be alone and to do it. Even when I got Nymeria, my dog, that was questionable for me because it was still bringing something else into my solitude. It was still bringing something into my space and into my peace. But I realized that in order for my humanity to remain intact, I do need something to care for. So my plants, my pet, those are my way of remaining human and having some sort of connection to life existence outside of human existence. You can have a living companion that has nothing to do with a human being and still be able to show love and express love and be love and do all of that while still loving yourself, learning yourself. It's so important that you study yourself. We spend so much time studying math, studying English, studying how to exist as good, acceptable Americans and so forth. But we never study how to exist as your best self. What is your human design type? Study your natal chart, study your enneagram, you should know everything about you. What is your IQ? Do you know that? Do you know those things? What is your blood type? You should always know more about you than you know about any other subject on this planet. You need to be the expert on all things you so you can communicate that to others. Have a great day.